Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Had a little bit of technical difficulties with the internet. Hope everyone's doing good. Gloves are on, social distancing. Hope everyone's healthy. So today we have some goals and some learning targets. We're going to take a little bit what we did on Saturday if you were with us, and we're going to combine that into a lot of bell sequences today. So what we're going to do, we're going to have 3 sections to our workout today. We're going to have a warm-up, which is going to consist without the ball. Part 2 is going to be with the ball. That's going to be all our ball work and technique. And then from there, we're going to segue a little bit into some passing. We introduced that a little bit on Saturday. And then we're going to finish with some fitness and a cool down. So for this first couple of minutes, we're just going to get that blood circulating, do a little bit of calisthenics, okay? We're going to focus on the core and the lower body, and we're going to do a little bit of stretching exercises as well. You do not need your ball for this one. So what we're going to do, we're just going to open up the legs a little bit, more than shoulder width apart, and we're going to do toe sweeps. So we're going to start to the right, rotate to the left, and back up. Back over to the left, over to the right, and up. Right, left, and up. And continue that sequence. Left, right, and up. Make sure your legs are straight. Keep going, guys. Do not bend your knees. You should feel the stretch right here in your hamstrings, okay? We'll go 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out, okay? From here, we're going to look a little bit on the growing area and our quads, okay? We're going to do side stretch lunges. So keep that same position, keep that width a little bit farther than shoulder width apart, okay? And we're going to lean to the right and then back to the left, slowly. Try to keep your back straight. Lean to the right, get some weight on that right leg, back over to the left. Good, you should feel it right in your groin and your quad. Over to the right, back to the left. Good. And again, right and left. This time, let's stretch a little bit more. Go deeper into that stretch. Good. Put the knee down and hold. Good. Back up and over to the left. And hold it. Stretch it. Good. Let's do that one more time. Over to the right. Get a little bit as low as you can go. Good. And back to the left. Make sure we're breathing. Inhale and exhale. Good. And up. Shake it out. Okay. We're using a lot of our feet today, our ankles and joints. So let's rotate the first one, right ankle. Let's go clockwise. Loosen that up. That blood circulating down there. Over to the left. Go. Let's get the right quad now. Left arm out. And slowly lean forward. Stretching the front part of the leg, your quadricep. Keep that balance if you need your left hand. Good. Switch it over to the left. Right arm out. See if I can keep my balance. And slowly lean forward. Bend that right knee slightly. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sit out. Shake it out. Good. So now we're going to do a little bit of running in place. Let's get some motion going, okay? We're going to work more on the growing again. We're going to go in and out. So watch me here with the right. We're going to go left to right, right to left. So we're going to take the right knee and go in to out. We want to open up those hips to left, open and right. You can take 2 steps in between and open. Good. Left to right, right to left. And again, left to right, right and left. In and out. One more and out. Last one. In and out. And with the left, in and out. Good. And shake it out. Good. All right. So last ones we're going to finish with. We're going to do some jumping jacks. So we did these on Saturday. Make sure again, legs when they're open, wider than shoulder width. You can land on your toes, bend those knees slightly. Okay, when we contract the arms up, we want to cross, if you can see me. Try to make that X. So like this. Okay, we're going to go for 30 seconds straight. Land on those toes and push off. Ready? And begin. Cross the arms. Contract them as high as you can go. Make sure you're breathing. Open up those legs. Knees slightly bent. Keep your back straight. Good, you can feel it in your calves, also in your quads. Cross those arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Make sure you have water with you. If you need to take a sip, go ahead and do that. So our learning targets for today, boys and girls, okay? We're going to start with ball work and technique. As we talked about on Saturday, your goal is quality, working at your own pace, okay? Maximizing your touches in a small area. I am going to ask most of you, most of our club players, higher level players, to push yourself today though. I want high intensity, okay? So we're going to start with what we call a basal or a baseline, which is much more novice, very easy. And then as we move to our ceiling, it's going to be more rigorous. So we're going to start low and we're going to finish with much higher intensity and more complex drills. So again, do your best, okay? If you need to take time to do more of a walking motion through it or a slower motion, I will go through both of those for you, okay? So again, we don't want to compromise your quality and maximizing your touches. In addition to that, today, you're going to work a lot on your agility with the ball and your coordination and your footwork, okay? So to begin with, we're just going to start basic, and we're going to go with just stationary drills. So everybody grab your ball, please. Remember, so these techniques, we're going to range from anywhere from 45 seconds to a minute for each of the sequences and activities that we do, okay? Remember our core values, effort, and learning. If you're making mistakes, the ball's rolling off your foot, absolutely fine. Just grab it, restart, and keep working again, okay? And Andrew and I will go through the instructional component. We'll demonstrate, and then Julian and Nikki will continue doing the drills and activities as we communicate with you. So this nice and easy, we'll just start with stationary bell. We'll go for 45 seconds. Ready and play. Or advance, make sure you're rotating the head up and down. Again, parents, if you want to use cones, you can raise your numbers, like for these guys. What do I got up? Right. Good. What do I have? Fourth. Good. So challenging them to force them to keep the head. Doesn't have to be all the way up, but maybe peripheral so they can see the ball. They can see in front of them their teammates, looking at the sock colors, the shorts, okay? So you want to make sure we're not swinging out those legs, almost a running motion, using from the inside of the toe to the shoelace. And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Staying with that bell sequence, okay? Nice and simple. We're going to go 2 forward and 2 back. So we're going to go bell forward and back. Bell forward and back, tapping twice. 1, 2, forward, 1, 2, back. 1, 2, forward, 1, 2, back. So they'll go and continue with that, ready and play. So remember, don't compromise. Make sure we're not swinging out the legs, toes. Legs should be about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, making sure that we're landing on our toes, and again, using from the inside of the toe to the shoelace, and we're just tapping the ball. Weight of your touch should be very, very light. It's not a heavy touch here. We're just tapping. 2 forward, 2 back. 2 forward, 2 back. Make sure we're keeping that head up as best as we can. For the beginning level, that's fine. Keep your eye on the ball. Make sure you're getting in those correct touches. 9, 8, 7, 6, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back to your stationary spot. This one now, we're going to go bell 360. So we're going to stay stationary, and we're simply just going to rotate in a circle all the way around going clockwise. So it's just going to look like this. Notice how I'm just rotating around the ball. We'll go clockwise first, and I'll say counterclockwise. Only thing that's moving is the ball, right in between my feet. So we'll reset on that, okay? Everybody ready? So we're going to do stationary bell 360, and we're going to go clockwise. Okay? Ready? And play. And tap. Tap. Keep it tight. Make sure those legs are close on your toes. Bending those knees. Using from the inside of the toe to your shoe. And just tapping the ball. Tap, 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 tap. Remember, it's not a race. More advanced, though, as you're going through each drill. Push yourself and try to go a little bit quicker. Good. Opposite way. Ready? Go. Counterclockwise. Good. And tap. And tap. Try to keep your head up a little bit, guys. Rotate it. Try to keep in that same general area. Make sure the ball is staying in front of you and not in between towards your heels. We want the ball towards the toe. And we'll go 6, 5. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last one here that we're going to do, just to warm up with the bell, we're going to work side to side. So everyone's going to face towards the wall that way, towards your right. And simply what we're going to do is we're going to tap the ball, moving forward sideways at a lateral movement, and then back. So you can go 2 to 3 touches if you like. You can go 3, 2, and 1, and then back again. 3, 2, and 1. So it's just a lateral movement. Your left arm, that's the area you should be working towards the left side, and we're working lateral side to side. Same motion that you would be doing, you're just moving the ball now and tapping it. Inside of your foot, keeping those knees slightly bent. So we'll go 3 touches forward and 3 touches back, and you'll keep that sequence. Remember, we want to focus on rhythm with the bell. Okay, so maximize your touches. Ready? That way. 3, 2, 1, and back. And back. Good. And forward. And back. Good. Forward. Back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go. Let's rotate. Face the opposite way. Left foot first. We're going to touch with that left and to the right. Same thing. 3, 2, 1, and then 3, 2, 1 back. Ready? And play. Good. And back. Don't swing out those legs. Good. Want to keep it tight, tight, tight. Want to get a good rhythm going, huh? Maximize your touches. Quickly. Try to go a little bit quicker, guys. Let's go. Push. Push. Remember, one of our learning targets today, huh? High intensity. Push yourself. If it's too easy, try to kick up your pace a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And rest. Okay. If you need a quick water, grab it, please. You guys need water or you're good? Can we go through one more sequence? Okay. All right. So we're going to keep with that bell sequence thing. Remember our learning targets. On quality, don't compromise your work. Go at your own pace. More advanced players, though, please push yourself, huh? If it's too easy for you, pick up that pace. Don't compromise your quality. Remember your ABCs. Focusing on technique here, okay? What else are we working on? What are our ABCs? Technique, conditioning, and the last one. What was it? Mental. Good. Okay, because I'm going to challenge you guys. We're going to do combination sequences pretty soon. All right? So we want to make sure that we have our thinking caps on. All right. So for most of our club players here, we're going to go through our 12 sequences of the bell. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to break it up for everyone. Okay? So we're going to break it up into 3 parts. So we're going to do our first 4, and our second 4, and then our final. Okay? For most of you that are part of our bell, okay, and even our higher level Cleat-Levels, the first 4 sequences that we're going to do are 1, 2, sole inside, as Andrew's doing, with both feet. 1, 2, sole outside. 1, 2, sole instep. And then the last one, 1, 2, sole across. So make sure in between each part of the foot before you touch that ball, we have a bell sequence of 1, 2. So as much as you're getting the visual processing, remember the auditory. Sound it out in your head. 1, 2, sole inside. 1, 2, sole outside. 1, 2, sole in step. 1, 2, sole across. Yeah, I will. Okay. So as they start here, remember, for our lower levels and ones that are beginning, we can just simply take the sole of the foot, roll it on the ball, pull it back and stop it with the inside. With the outside, remember outside, we talked about this on Saturday. I'll do it with the left foot here. Foot 45 degrees, using from your toe to your shoelace, knee directly over the ball. Same thing with the instep here, facing straight, knee directly over the ball, okay? And then inside of the foot, get that foot 90 degrees turned out, okay? Using the biggest part of your foot, which is the inside. So you can go sole to instep, sole to inside, sole to outside, and then for sole across, just roll the ball back and forth, okay? So we'll start with the 4 sequences. You guys on your toes are ready position? Ready? And we'll go 1 minute. Play. Sole inside, sole inside, sole outside, sole outside, sole instep, and sole across. And repeat. Let's go. Remember, beginning level, just use the sole, front part of the sole, roll it back, stop it with the inside of the foot. Toe turned out 90 degrees. Sole to instep, toe down, heel off the ground, knee directly over the ball. Sole outside, turned in 45 degrees, keep that knee over the ball, and then just roll the ball back with the sole of the foot. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So that's our first 4 sequences of the bell. Our second 4 sequences, okay, I think might be the easiest for most of you. Our beginning level, you guys may be able to do this one, okay? So you have some of those motions and sequences already down. The first one we're going to do, and we'll do through a walking motion first with everybody, okay? We're going to go 1, 2, scissor, scissor over the ball. Most of you should know your scissors, okay? So again, it's 1, 2, scissor, scissor. And we're going to go 1, 2, step over the ball. Notice the ball is still directly below me, okay? Then we're going to do, what's our next 2? Good. 1, 2, forward, forward with the sole, and then 1, 2, back, back with the sole, okay? So again, for those beginning level players, you don't need to worry about, really good? Are we disconnected?
We'll keep it going as long as we can. If we have to switch, we will change the meeting and text it out to you guys.
Again, for beginning level players, you do not need to incorporate the sole or the 1, 2 with this. You simply go over the ball twice, step over, remember we're crossovering, and then try to go on a walking pace with the sole forward and then sole back. They're going to incorporate the bell in between each of those sequences. Okay, so I want you guys to start off slow, build a rhythm, and then as you start building that rhythm and that touch and that feel for the ball, try to go back to our learning targets, okay, of high intensity and pick up your pace. Okay, you guys ready? Your toes, and play. 1, 2, scissor, scissor. 1, 2, over, over. 1, 2, forward, forward. 1, 2, back, back, and repeat, and keep going. Good. Remember, this is your enrichment part, improving yourself, part of your PCA, our 4 values. Good. Remember, beginning level players, just focus on getting around the ball twice. Step overs, crossing over, keeping the ball directly underneath you. Forward with the sole, and then back with the sole. Good. Keep working. Let's go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep pushing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Good stuff, everyone. All right, we'll do our last 4, and then we'll take a 1-minute water break, okay? So our last 4 sequences of the bell are going to be the most challenging. As I mentioned to you before, we're starting with that basal, which is our baseline, which is a little bit easier, and then we're going to work towards that ceiling, okay, which is a little bit more rigorous as we move forward with each of the sequences and activities, okay? So for these last 4 sequences with the bell, we're going to work on turning with the ball with the inside of the foot as well as the outside. And then this one, we're going to last 2, we're going to move a little bit forward here. So again, you don't need a lot of space, maybe just a couple of feet to move forward with it, and we'll walk through to show you that. And then we're going to come back with it as well. If you don't have space, then that's fine. Just do the stationary sequences, okay? All right, so the first one we're going to do is called 1, 2, sole, quarter turn. And you'll understand why we've labeled it quarter turn. So we're going to tap right, left, Sole of the foot, roll it back, and open 90 degrees. Okay, so now I'm facing Andrew. We want to make sure our hips are open. Okay, now we're going to come back. We're going to go left, right, left foot on top of the ball, roll, and open. So it's a little bit almost like your V-cuts that we worked on, but instead of going 45 degrees, we're opening 90 degrees. And that's the same sequence you're going to continue back and forth. You're going to go 1, 2, sole, quarter turn. 1, 2, sole, quarter turn. 1, 2, sole, quarter turn. So because these are a little bit more advanced, we're going to do one of these at a time. Each bell sequence we're going to do from 45 seconds to a minute. So this is going to be one of the final ones that we're going to do. So we're going to do 1, 2, sole, quarter turn. For beginning level players, again, you do not need to incorporate the bell. My suggestion is just working on sole, rolling it back and forth, roll it, and try to open up 90 degrees, meaning at the hip. Roll and turn with the inside of the foot. Roll and turn with the inside, come back, roll and turn. So in order to roll the ball back, remember the ball has to be a little bit ahead of us now, okay? So for more advanced players, your final touch should be forward. So now you can roll the ball back and open it, all right? So, yeah, go ahead.
When you're doing this one, guys, what I realized is you start with your right foot, you hit it right, left, and that's where you put the ball for you so you can turn. If you start with your left, right, left, you're facing the other way, okay? So make sure you start with the right foot, right, left, quarter turn, okay? You're already in their position, so with the left, right, quarter turn as well. Okay, so right foot, left, quarter turn with the right. When we get to here, go left, right, quarter turn with the left. Using both feet.
And remember, the auditory part, not sound it out. Right, left, quarter turn, left, right, quarter turn. Huh? Okay, we want to get that into your working memory. So we're just going to work on our quarter turns, right and left. So it's almost like you're making an L, dragging it back, open, back, and forward. Okay, ready? On your toes. We're just doing quarter turns inside. Ready and play. Start off slow on these. Remember, keep your learning targets. Don't compromise your quality. Work at your own pace. Keep that ball tight. Huh? Always want to make sure we have ball security in the game. Huh? Working on your footwork. This is also helping with your agility, your coordination. Okay? Remember, beginning level players, just work on sole of the foot, rolling it back, and opening it. Same thing with your left. Roll and turn. Roll and turn. Good. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. So we're going to stay with that theme. We're going to keep with our quarter turns. Now we're going to use the outside of the foot. Everybody should know the outside of the foot by now. We've used it in consecutive drills and activities. Okay? So we're going to take that same basic concept of opening up 90 degrees like an L, but as opposed to using the inside of the foot, we're going to use the outside of the foot. Okay, so we're going to go right, left, sole, roll back, now turn with the outside. So notice here as I'm turning and Andrew is turning with the ball, I'm not just using my leg. I'm turning at the hip and the waist. So as I turn, I'm rotating with the ball. So now I'm directly behind it again. A lot of you guys are going to be doing this and turning. Ball is now away from you, okay? That's not what we want. We always want to be in possession of the ball. So again, we want to go right, left, sole, outside, and turn. Ball's here again. Left, right, sole, outside, and turn. For beginning level players, same concept. Foot on top of the ball, rolling it back and forth. We're going to roll and just turn with the outside. Please, again, as you turn, complete the turn by opening up your leg, your waist, and your hips so you're directly now behind the ball again. Okay? All right. Anything you want to add on this one, Andrew? Okay.
Same thing, guys.
Same rotation. Right. 1, 2, quarter turn. 1, 2, quarter turn. And make sure we're rotating right and left. You guys good? On your toes. Ready? And play. Quarter turn. 1, 2, quarter turn. Right, left, quarter turn. Left, right, quarter turn. Open up those hips. Open up those hips. This one's going to be a little more challenging, huh? Because you're using the outside of the foot. All right? Inside, it's much easier. Biggest part of your foot. Keep that foot 45 degrees when you're turning with the ball. Knee directly over the ball. Focus on your learning targets. Quality. Going at your own pace. If you're getting this down and you're building rhythm, excellent. Try to pick up your intensity now. Keep working and breathing at the same time. 9, 8, 7, 6, good. 5, 4, 3, stay with it. 2, and 1, good. 2 more, stay with me here. Let's go keep working, guys, huh? Stick with your routine, we can do it. All right, so the last 2 that we're going to do will require just a little bit of space in front of you. If you don't have that, then that's fine. I'll show you a modified version of how to do it, okay? So the last 2 moving forward are going to be 1-2 bell. If you notice, that sequence always stays the same. We never change with that. And now we're gonna move forward with the outside of the foot. So Andrew and I are gonna walk together and do it, okay? As part of our teaching model, we're gonna go right, left, outside. Right, left, outside. Right, left, outside. If that's the farthest you can go, which is 3 steps, turn back around, and now you're gonna go with your left foot. Left, right, outside of the foot. Left, right, outside of the foot. Left, right, outside of the foot. And I'll do that coming sideways so you can see it. So it's left, right, outside. Left, right, outside. Left, right, outside. Turn around, change direction if you like. Right, left, outside. Right, left, outside. Right, left, outside. Here's the key to this drill. You do need a light touch. Your weight of your touch has to be very, very soft. If not, the ball is going to be ahead of you and you're going to have to chase it. The goal for this drill is every step you take, you're touching the ball. So it's here, outside, outside, outside. I'm barely moving, that's fine. So you notice I'm getting in those sequences without compromising my touches, okay? So if you don't have space to move forward, you can simply do 1-2 outside, 1-2 outside, 1-2 outside, 1-2 outside. Notice how I'm staying stationary with that as well. Okay, that was our water break then. All right, hopefully everyone's back on. So we finished by explaining bell 1-2 using the outside of the foot. So they're gonna go forward. Remember, keep the ball tight. We wanna maximize our touches. Okay, we wanna make sure every step we're touching the ball. We're stationary. If you don't have space to move forward, just do it stationary. 1-2 outside, 1-2 outside, 1-2 outside. And then you can switch over. Left, right, outside, left, right, outside. Okay?
Yeah, so like you said,
You wanna do the stationary one, Andrew?
yeah, let me say
Andrew will do the stationary one. Nikki and Julian will do the ones doing the ball.
like I said, do 3 with the right, 3 with the left. You start with the right foot, right, left, outside, right, left, outside 3 times. You start with the left, left, right, outside 3 times.
Good. All right. Ready? Your toe. Lift. Tight, tight, tight. You don't need a lot of spaces for this drill, huh? It's very tight. You want to make sure we're maximizing our touches again. Don't compromise your quality. As you move forward with the bell, make sure the ball is staying in between your feet. It's not a dribbling motion. It should not be in front of you. The ball should stay in between your feet at all times as you move forward. As you move forward. Okay, so keep the ball tight. Make sure those legs are not opening up. Again, almost like a running motion, keeping those feet shoulder width apart. Be slightly bent, landing on your toes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, we're almost there. Good job, everybody. Here's our last bell sequence of our 12. Okay, so we're going to keep with that theme of moving forward. Okay, so we're going to do bell 1-2, and we're going to do sole across, right and left at the same time. Okay, so most of us know rolling the ball across with our sole, crossing our foot using the front part. Now we're just going to incorporate the bell into that sequence. Okay, so we're going to go right, left, sole across, left, right, sole across, right, left, sole across, left, right, sole across. So you notice as I am doing and demonstrating, I'm sounding them out. That's how I learned them too. Okay, as much as I am a visual learner, processing, auditory helps me as well. Okay, so please sound it out in your head. You don't need to sound it out loud, and maybe sometimes you want to hear your voice. That's fine. 1-2 sole across, 1-2 sole across, 1-2 sole across. So if you don't have space to move forward, you can do this stationary as well. 1-2 and across, 1-2 across, 1-2, just like our sole across. We'll go back to that stationary drill and activity. If you have space, you'll move forward 3 or 4 steps. you'll turn back around and continue that sequence. Okay, so remember, sole across, we're using the front part of the sole, and our right, if we start with our right, crosses over to the left, all the way, and then we reset. Left to right, bring the right foot back around. Right to left, front part of the sole towards the toe. Okay, all right, so we're going to do bell, 1-2 sole across moving forward. Andrew will do 1-2 sole across stationary. Good. Good, ready? Last one. Click. Good. Good. And back. Remember, try to keep the head up as much as possible. Beginning level, take your time. We want to focus on rhythm. If you're going into a walking motion while you're doing it, absolutely fine. We can build from that, okay? Make sure that you're not compromising your quality, all right? Focus on the touch, making sure that we're not swinging the legs out, everything that we've gone through over the course of the last 30 to 35 minutes, okay? Make sure with the sole, we're using the front paw, that we're crossing over, okay? Keeping the ball in front of you, all right? And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of those 1,000 touch sequences that we did on Saturday, and we're going to combine them into our bell. So this is going to be almost that ceiling part I talked to you guys about, getting that high intensity and working towards more of a rigorous curriculum, okay? These are going to involve similar combinations, but some of these combinations may be easier for some, maybe a little more challenging for others. So again, we'll combine these into the bell, and then again, for the more beginning level players, we'll work on these in terms of modifying the drill so you guys can access this and try working on it at home as well, okay? So we're going to stick with the bell sequence. As everybody knows, it's 1-2, okay? So now we're going to do 1-2, scissor, outside sole. So if you remember, that was one part of our 1,000 touches where we went scissor, outside, sole. Scissor left, outside right, sole to right. Scissor right, outside left, sole to left. We're going to take that sequence, and now we're going to combine it and incorporate it with the bell. So in between each of those scissor sequences, you're going to tap the ball twice into a bell. So we're going to go right, left, scissor right, outside left, sole to left. So here's our teaching model. This is the I and we do part. Everybody do it together with me, please. We're just going to walk through it. Now we're going to go left, right, scissor left, outside of the right, sole to right. Let's repeat that one more time for everybody, okay? So remember, if you notice, we're stopping in between. You can absolutely do that as you're learning it. More advanced players should be going in rhythm, side to side. So again, we'll walk through it again. Everybody with the right foot, we're going to tap right, left. We're going to scissor right over the ball, outside of the left foot, sole the left foot. We finished with left. Now we start with our left. Left, right, scissor left, outside right, sole to right. Okay? So that's almost a walkthrough motion for everybody. Okay? So remember, if you're struggling with this and having some difficulty, you can eliminate the bell and just focus on scissor, outside, sole. Scissor, outside, sole. Remember when we execute the scissor, and Andrew will show you, keep the ball directly below you. It should not be in front where you're reaching. And we don't want it in front. Why? We don't want to expose it to who? The defender. We always want to be in control. So when I execute a move over the ball, I'm still here. I have control over it. I can go back, forth, change directions with it. Okay? So always simulate this in your head as a game. This is part of the mental acuity that we were talking about with the ABCs of soccer. Not just the technique, the mental part. How does this apply to a game situation? Well, of course it does. Scissor, outside, to the sole, back over, across. You can do various combinations at a more advanced level. So we're breaking this down a little bit more remedial for everybody. So for beginning level, we're just going to focus on scissor, outside, sole. More advanced, we're going to go 1-2, scissor, outside, sole. 1-2, scissor, outside, sole. Oh, matter of fact. Oh, I'm going.
So for advanced, you know, so you start right, left, scissors, outside. You get the sole, but you want to take a step forward. Okay. You go right, left, scissors, outside. Start with the left again. Left, right, scissors, outside. So you're not hitting with the saw. You keep doing it. That's
Yep.
rhythm.
That's
Come on,
another
time
problem.
yourself.
Exactly. That's another component that you can remove. If you don't want to use the last part of the sole, go from a scissor outside right back into a bell. So there's various ways that you can adapt and modify the drill to fit your needs. Okay? So remember again, we're going to try to go high intensity for our more advanced. Start slow by building up a rhythm. Once you get that rhythm down, let's try to pick up the pace a little bit without compromising your quality. Okay, you guys good? Ready, on your toes. So 1, 2, scissor outside sole. Ready, and play. Scissor outside sole. Scissor outside sole. Good. 1, 2, scissor outside sole. So notice they're still almost stopping when they complete the move. That's fine. Hopefully, as we progress, they're going to build and try to get into a rhythm. So right when they stop the ball with that outside or sole of the foot, they're going to go right back into the bell. Just like Andrew's doing. So it's sequence, huh? We want to keep moving back to back. Rhythm, rhythm. Getting those touches in. Remember beginning level. Just focus on scissor, outside, and sole. Or we can go 1, 2, scissor to outside, and then back into a bell. So there's various combinations of this. Keep working. Stay on your toes. Make sure we're not swinging or compromising the bell motion as well. Keep that ball directly underneath you. Try to keep your head up if possible. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. So that was 1, 2, scissor outside sole. Next one we're going to do is 1, 2, anybody know? Step over outside sole. This might be a little bit easier for some of you because the foot we start with is the foot we end with. Okay? So this one, same sequence again. Let's do our teaching model. We'll do it together. We'll walk through it. We're going to go right, left, step over right, outside of the right, sole of the right. That's now going to set up my next touch. Left, right, step over left, outside of the left, sole of the left. So this one's a little bit easier because we're using the same foot, right? The only other time we're touching with our left is through our bell sequence. Other than that, everything we're executing is with that same foot, the right or the left. So we'll walk through that again. So we'll go right, left, step over right, outside right, sole of the right, left, right, sole left, outside left, sole of the left. Okay? Modifying it too as well, we can just focus on going step over, outside sole, step over, outside sole. Or as Andrew was mentioning, we could just go 1, 2, step over, outside. 1, 2, step over, outside. Again, all the same learning targets with this. Quality, going at your own pace, keeping the ball in between, right next to you, always under control. So we're going to do 1, 2, step over, outside sole. Good, Andrew? Okay, ready, on your toes. We'll go 30 seconds with this one. Play. 1, 2, step over, outside sole. Good. Moving just side to side. Do not leave a lot of space for this. Okay? Couple feet. If that ball's coming off your foot like we're doing, that's fine. Get it back, recover, and start again. Maybe you're moving a little bit too fast then. If you're starting to feel that ball get away from you, slow it down a little bit. Focus on your quality. The quantity will come. The speed will come as you build confidence with your touches. Okay? Making sure that we're continuing all parts of the sequence and sounding it out in your head. 1, 2, step over, outside sole. 1, 2, step over, outside sole. Good. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right. That was 2 that we did as part of our 1,000 touches. All right. The next one we're going to do, breathe as I'm talking to. Remember, inhale through the nose, 3 seconds. Exhale, 5. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 5. Get that heart rate back down. Okay. All right. Next one we're going to do, 1, 2, sole inside, side to side. So if you remember with our 1,000 touches, this was part of it. Sole inside, tapping the ball side to side. We're going to incorporate the bell into that now. So this may be a little bit easier for you. This one's going to focus not only on your touches, but your agility and your balance. Okay? So how this one looks like, simple as that. We'll do our teaching model again. We'll walk through it for everybody. We're going to go right, left, inside, inside. That's it. Right, left, inside, inside, right, left, inside, inside. Make sure that when we're using this part of the sole, our foot is turned slightly out. We want to use from the toe to the shoelace with the sole of the foot. We want to open up the hips just slightly, maybe 45 degrees. So it's 1, 2, inside sole. 1, 2, inside sole. 1, 2, inside sole. We want to roll that ball side to side, back and forth. If, again, you want to modify this a little bit, just work on rolling the ball back and forth with the sole of the foot, inside of the sole. That's it. Focus on that. Notice I'm keeping it under control. My toes are turned slightly out. Hips are slightly open as well, about 45 degrees. Okay? So we're going to do 1, 2, sole, inside. You guys got it? Ready? Hopefully it doesn't start pouring on us. And play. We go 45 seconds with this one. 1, 2, sole, sole. 1, 2, sole, sole. However you want to sound it out in your head. Good. Notice Andrew's turning out those feet, almost like pigeon toe, right? Huh? Want to open them up, tapping it with the inside. Remember, it's a light touch, not too heavy. Weight of your touch should be light on this one. Keep that head rotating if possible. 45 degrees. 1, 2, sole, sole. 1, 2, sole, sole. 1, 2, sole, sole. This one's a little bit easier to build rhythm off of. Okay, get a lot of repetition in this. Focus on that quality. Here you can build some quantity as well. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathe. Good. Excellent. All right, we got 2 more. We can do this. We're almost there. All right. Sticking with our bell theme today, huh? So we're going to take another one of our sequences from our 1,000 touches, and we're going to incorporate it into the bell. This one we're going to use, other than the bell 1, 2, we're going to use 1 foot at a time. Does everybody remember we did outside, outside, sole, sole? Take that into the bell now. Okay? So remember, our first touch with the bell sequence wants to be with our right foot, right? So we want to go right, left, outside, outside, sole, sole. Let's walk through it for everybody again. So we're going to go bell right, left, outside, outside, sole, sole. Okay? So remember again, when we're using the outside of the foot, 45 degrees, toe down, heel up, knee directly over the ball, using from your big toe to your shoelace, focusing on your quality. So it will look like this. We're going to go 45 seconds with the right, 45 seconds with the left. So you'll go bell, outside, outside, sole, sole, bell, outside, outside, sole, sole, bell, outside, outside, sole, sole. Notice more advanced when I'm bringing the ball back, I'm going right back into the bell. I'm not stopping. If you do need to stop, do it. Take your time with it. Again, beginning level players, just focus on tapping the ball twice forward and then rolling back with it. You cannot skip with it, that's fine. Put the foot on top of the ball and just roll it back into a starting position. Okay? Anything else on this?
You said there's an inner sole, outside, sole, sole, top the ball, and do it again. Right, left,
Yep.
outside, sole, sole.
Okay. So we're going to go with the right foot only on this one. So 1, 2 bell, outside, outside, sole, sole. We'll go 45 seconds. I'll say stop. Switch that over to our left, and we'll repeat that same sequence. All right. Everybody ready? On your toes. And play. Bell, bell, outside, outside, sole, sole. Bell, bell, 1, 2. Good. 1, 2, sole, sole, outside, outside. However you want to sound it out. Good. Notice how the knee is staying over the ball. Foot is turned slightly in 45 degrees, using the front part of the sole rolling back. As they return back to a stationary position, they're going right back into that bell sequence. Again, focusing on those learning targets, huh? Quality. Getting in quantity of touches as well. Good. Staying on your toes in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's move it over to the left foot. Same sequence. Left, right, outside, outside, sole, sole. Ready. Keep it going now. And play. Go. Left foot. Remember, beginning level. Just focus on tapping with the outside of the foot. Outside, outside, and then just rolling it back to a starting position. Okay? If you're past that point, incorporate the bell, and then go outside, outside, and then roll it back. And then your next phase of that would then be right, left, outside, outside, sole, sole, skipping backwards. Stay on your toes. Take your time. Remember to keep that ball in tight Working on your toes, knees slightly bent. Good. Don't roll it back too hard. Your touches and your weight of your touch should be very light here. Very light. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay. We're just going to do one more since we're a little bit behind in time. Okay. The last one we're going to do is the same sequence. We're just going to use the inside of the foot. Okay. So we're going to go bell, bell. Okay. We're going to go, we're going to do instep. We're going to go instep. Toe down, shoelaces, tap, tap, sole, sole. Okay. So the only thing we're changing with this now is the part of the foot that we're using to move forward, which is the shoelaces, the instep. This is a lot easier. Toe directly down, heel up, knee directly over the ball. So we're going to go right, left, forward, forward, back, back. Only thing we're changing. Again, we'll do that 45 seconds with the right, 45 seconds with the left. Okay?
All right, guys. It's very important too, guys, when you go back, like Afsheen said already, make sure it's the bottom of your toes, guys, because if you go in the middle or even your heel, I know some of you guys do it, it's going to go way too close to you, you're not going to be able to start again. So make sure the ball's always in front of you, below your toe, you know, right there. Okay? The ball's always in front of you, so you can start again.
So always keep that ball ahead using the front part of the sole. Okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, instep, two laces, 2 taps forward, rolling back with the sole. We'll go right foot first. Ready? On your toes. We'll cut this down to 30 seconds. Right. Go. Instep, back, back. Good. 1, 2, forward, forward, back, back. Focus on your touches. Make sure you're sticking with the right foot. We don't want that ball in the middle. Okay? So remember, your second touch should be setting up your next one, which is over to the right foot. Notice when I'm doing the bell, I go right, left. My second touch is towards my right foot. So now I can easily come in to that touch, just like what we do, huh? Receive a ball. We're always setting up our next touch. We want to always keep it tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Over to the left foot. We're going to pick up the pace just a little bit. Do your best with this, okay? Ready, left, and go. Left, right, sole. Good. Left, right, forward, forward, back, back. Left, right, forward, forward, back, back. Good time, Dylan. Good. Good time. Left foot for most of you will be your non-dominant foot. Remember, we want to develop both, okay? So please take your time with this one. Make sure you're staying straight, setting up your second touch, okay, with that ball in front of your left foot. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Last one we're going to do with the bell, guys, or just change the directions, okay? So the last sequences we're going to do now with the bell are going to involve our change of directions. Then we're going to finish up with a little bit of passing against the wall, and then we'll finish up finally with our fitness and our cool down, okay? So this one, we're just going to work on 3 change of directions. So we're going to incorporate and stay with that bell. So this is how it's going to look, okay? We're going to go bell forward. I'm going to count to 3 seconds as we move forward. When we reach that point, we'll go 3, 2, 1. We're going to start with the sole change of direction. We're going to roll the ball back, turn, and now come back with the left, starting with the left. Left change. Back to the right. Sole the foot right change. Starting with the left. Sole the foot left change. Okay? So remember, change of directions are important. We use this to get away from traffic, from that congestion in the game, right? To open up space, normally when the defender's in front of us. Okay, so when Andrew's here, if I'm dribbling towards him, I don't want to go in that direction. I'll bring that ball back and look to open up space and create somewhere else. Okay, so again, what we're going to do, Julian and Nikki, we're going to go bell forward, change the direction. Remember, when we change here, we want to change the same direction that we're rolling the ball back. With our right foot, we're going to turn to the right. Our next touch now will be with our left foot. Now we'll turn with the left. Open up those hips. Back again, 3 touches. We'll end up with the right. Okay? So remember, forward with the right. Change the direction with the right. As you come back, you use the left foot. Change the direction with the left. Okay? All right. You guys good? All right. Ready? And play. For beginning level players, guys, let's just work on the change of direction. Getting that ball, rolling it forward and back, and just working on turning with the ball in the same direction. Notice as I turn, the ball is directly in front of me. Again, your weight of touch here is very important. A lot of us do this. As I turn, again, the ball is exposed, easy for the defender to take. Here we want to make sure as we turn, the ball is still a light touch, ready for my next touch, my next step on the ball, okay? And turn. Make sure we're turning the same way as the ball. Same way as the ball, rotating. Turn the same way, guys. Good, there you go, Nikki. Turn the same way as you're using. There you go, open up. So we want to open and turn. Good. Working on that change. Right now, you don't have the pace or the space to do a fake move, change of direction, so we're not concerned about the speed. We just want to make sure that you're getting the technique down. And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay? For most of you guys already knows our 3 components. We do the fake, the change, and the change of speed. Here we're just going to be working on the fake and the change. Okay? Don't concern yourself with change of speeds. And if you don't have any space to move forward and back, just work on turning with the ball. Left, left, right. Okay, the next one we're going to do is running over the ball. Okay, so this one's fairly simple. It's simply opening up our legs, directly going over the ball, and when we want to come back with the foot, we're going to use the outside of the foot to rotate back. So I'll do that again, and we'll do it together, our teaching model. So again, let's open up. We're going to walk over that ball. Once we clear it, we're going to come back with the right outside of the foot. So as we turn, the ball is here for us. Same thing with the left. Back over, and then back with the outside of the left foot. One of the easier moves, pretty much as easy as the sole of the foot, okay? So we're going to take that bell model and do the same exact thing. We're going to go forward with the 3, 2, and 1. Step over, come back with the outside. 3, 2, and 1. Step over, come back with the left. 3, 2, and 1. Step over, come back with the right. 3, 2, and 1. Step over, come back with the left. If you don't have space to move forward and back, you guys can simply just do bell, step over. Bell, step over. Work on that motion. Work on the fake and the change of direction. Okay? All right. So Andrew will do that motion, and maybe he'll modify it or tweak it just a little bit as well. And they can still turn, right? So they can go right, left. They can come over and touch the ball, and now back to the bell motion. Okay? So we'll work on the fake and move part on this one. You guys will come forward, Andrew will do it stationary. Ready? Starting point. Ready? And play. Good. Remember, when we're coming forward with the bell, it is not a dribbling motion. You're keeping the ball directly in between our feet. Please do not compromise that. We want to maximize our touches as we're coming forward. Notice how I'm almost running in place, and I can come forward towards you and backwards. Okay? So please make sure we're getting those touches in. And then as we finish the touch, over the ball and back with the outside of the foot. Okay? So again, this is just an introductory to it. As we build from this, we'll work on selling the fake, getting over the ball quicker, and working at pace. But right now, we just want to build a rhythm and consistency of the touches. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay. All right. So we've done 2 change of directions. If you need some water, take it, please. Okay. We're going to do some passing now. All right. So our last ball work of the day is going to be passing. If you have someone to pass the ball with, fantastic. If you have a wall to pass against, even better. If you don't have anything to pass the ball against, then just visualize it, watch. You can continue doing a lot of the activities that we did. We'll record this, and then we'll upload it to our website. So when you do have something to pass to, you can look at what we're doing and watch how we're doing it. I would advise some of the parents, if you can, maybe invest in a small little rebounder. They're not very expensive. I know shipping and online right now is backed up. So maybe looking onto any of the soccer stores or Dick's or Big Five, you can get a cheap one and it's easy to put together, and they can just use it to pass the ball back and forth. Okay? All right. So if you guys notice here, once you guys move out, we have X's on the wall. That's going to be focusing on their accuracy. Okay? And what we're going to do today is those learning targets now, we're going to rotate them a little bit and change them up. We want to focus on accuracy and your weight of touch. Okay? So it's going to look like this. Everybody can see here. I have my X I'm about a yard off that wall, and I'm gonna make sure I'm keeping my weight forward to keep the ball down, because I'm not sure how this ball is gonna come back to me on this wall. I'm gonna hit that target. Notice I'm running in place every time I touch. Using the inside of my foot, trying to keep consistent. Hitting that X every time. Okay? Opening up my hips, toe pointed up 90 degrees. Okay? Once you build that rhythm, you're going to know how that ball is going to bounce off to you from that wall. If you have someone to pass to you, even better. Okay? So again, our learning targets for this are accuracy and weight of your pass. All right? Leaning forward, approach, contact, and follow through. We're going to do 50 with the right. Then I'm going to say stop. And then we're going to go 50 with the left. If you are using a wall, remember, you're about a yard off that wall. Okay? All right? All right, we're going to wrap this up quick. You guys ready? Yes, ready. Right foot first, and play. So if you are using a wall, please remember, you got to get used to how it's going to bounce back to you. Take your time with it. Focus on your accuracy. Opposite foot pointing towards your target. Shoulders are square. Knees slightly bent, leaning forward, and we want to open up that foot almost 90 degrees. Remember, we want to follow through, okay? Not step, swing the leg through the hips, and focus on your weight of touch. As you notice my toe here, it's slightly pointed upwards, not down. You want to keep that foot a little bit up, using right of the middle. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's rotate that over to the left foot now, okay? Same learning targets, accuracy and weight of touch. Ready? And play. Again, if you don't have a wall or someone to pass to, we'll have this recorded. You guys can work on your continuous with your bell sequences as well. Okay, but again, I would advise maybe parents getting a rebounder, something small. They're not that expensive, something that they can just play the ball back, and it'll come right back to them every single time. Doesn't require a lot of space either. Again, approach, contact, follow. Swing that leg through the hips. Through the hips. Make sure your shoulders are square to your target and you're leaning forward, otherwise that ball is going to take off. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to back up and we're going to work on 2-touch now. Get down straight here, Julian. Yes. So I'm going to take another yard, another step back about 2 yards off the wall. So now we're going to work on passing and receiving. I'm going to focus on, again, my accuracy. But now I'm going to add in the component of my thinking model. Looking, thinking, and observing before I receive the ball, making sure I'm in a position to receive. So as I pass, I'm going to control, head back up, and hit again. Control. Trying to hit that target every time. Notice my second touch is right where it needs to be. My first touch is setting up my next touch. Okay? Control. If I have to move to the ball or adjust, I will. Okay? Keeping my eye on the ball and on the target. Notice when I'm receiving the ball, I'm using the inside of my foot. My hips are open 90 degrees, and I'm on my toes. Okay? So we're going to do that 50 times with the right foot, and then 50 times with the left foot. So again, 2-touch passing, focusing on accuracy, and now let's include your thinking model before you receive the ball.
And for the advanced guys, you can pass the ball, turn your head, see the ball. You gotta start turning our heads every time we receive the ball. Always with our heads up. So, like I said, so pass, quick turn your head, see the ball. Pass, quick turn, see the ball. Over your shoulder.
Good. That's part of your thinking model, guys, and you're looking for. Ready? So I want you guys doing that. Quick turn before you receive. Ready? On your toes and play. We'll go 30 touches each on this one. Good. Cones, yeah. You guys can look up and walk up. So for this too, we can always incorporate cones. I can tell them to look back at me. I can hold up a cone. They can tell me the color. I can hold up my number, my hand, hold up a number for them. But remember on this one, we want a little bit harder way to pass so that ball comes back to you and you can receive it. If it's short, make sure you're moving towards it and you're able to turn and receive it as well. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's try with the left foot. Non-dominant foot for most of you. Remember, approach, contact, and follow through. Hit that ball, swing the leg through the hips, off of the ground, leaning forward when you're contacting. Go ahead and play. Good. Turn slightly, turn that head as part of your thinking model. Look behind you. You always want want to see where defenders are coming. We can look. We don't want to feel at this point. We want to look. Good. Good. A little bit harder pace on the ball so that ball comes back to you. If it is short, come and meet it. Making sure you're always staying on your toes. Focusing on your accuracy and your weight of pass. And look, those are 3 components and lurking targets that you guys want to focus on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, and the last one we're going to do today, we're going to incorporate the change of direction. You guys can see the segues into all of our activities. All right, so we're going to keep about a yard and a half away from the wall. I'm going to play the ball. This time when I receive it, I'm going to turn with it, and we have been working on turning. Those quarter turns that we did with the bell. I'm going to use the inside quarter turn. I'm going to dribble 2-3 steps to my cone, and now I'm going to execute a change of direction. Dribble back to my starting position, and hit the ball back, and continue that cycle back and forth. So I'll start on my toes. I play here. I turn, dribble, dribble, change. And back. Back again. Opening up the hips. Dribble. I'm using different parts of the foot dribbling forward. Right now. Outside of the foot. Change of direction. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit more advanced. For beginning level players, continue working on just the one-touch passing. You don't need to work on your turns just yet. I want you guys focusing on accuracy of pass. More advanced, we're going to combine now. Accuracy, weight of pass, turning when we receive. We want to look before we turn, yes? Okay. Dribbling, change of direction, and then we start again. Okay? Want to try that? All right. We'll finish up with that one. All right. We'll go for 1 minute. We'll go 30 seconds with the right foot, and then 30 seconds with the left. Ready? Play. This one's going to be a little bit more challenging. Our conditions aren't the best here either. Remember, beginning level players, just continue working on one-touch passing against the wall. Building that rhythm, that accuracy, your weight of pass, proper contact and technique. Here, we're combining everything that we've worked on today, okay? With ball work, passing, receiving, turning, and a change of direction. And also carrying with the ball, okay? 3, 2, and 1. I apologize, we're modifying this. We'll go to the left foot now. Ready? And play. Please remember when you're striking the ball, you are not stepping through the ball. I see that with a lot of beginning level players. Okay? We want to swing the leg through the hip. The higher the leg goes, the more power you're going to get on the ball. So right now we don't need a lot of power. We just want to make sure that we follow through on our passing. Okay? We don't want to see this. I'll back up a little bit. We don't want to see that. We want to see swinging through the ball, using the inside of the foot, and you want to hit the middle of the ball, the middle of it, not below. It's going to take off on you, not the top. You're going to go top heavy. Strike the middle of it every single time. Focus on that one-touch passing when you're doing it on the wall. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, guys, good stuff. Okay. How many more minutes we got, Charlie? Can I do a quick little fitness and cool down? Okay, we got 3 minutes. All right. You guys want to stand back in your position without the ball? Okay. Good stuff, everybody. Hang in there. Okay, we're a little short on time. I had a 10-minute cool down and fitness part. We're going to modify that to 3 minutes. Okay. We're going to do this really quick. All right. So what we're going to do here, okay, are called rocket squats. All right. We're going to work on the quads back to our lower body level. Okay. So legs shoulder width apart. We want the back straight, okay? And this is how it's going to look. Hands on your hip. We're going to come down, keeping the back straight, pushing down on the heel, and then we're going to come up to the toes and hold. And down. Hold, up to the toes. Keep the back straight, and down. Up to the toes. We're going to do 10 of these. Good. Make sure when we're down, we're on our heels. You guys keep going. Notice how I'm keeping my back straight. As we come up, we're going to push and extend all the way up with our toes. So now you're working on your calves. Down, you should feel it right in your quads. Good. And up. How we doing? 3 more. Down. Make sure we breathe. And up. Turn those toes slightly out. Down. And up. And then last one. Down. Good. And up. Good. And shake it out. All right?